I did not plan this video ahead of time, like at all, so I don't have an intro for you. So end of 2025, beginning of 2026 has been a bit of a struggle, and it's not to negate any blessings. Like, we are so blessed that we're in our house, we are so blessed that we own our own home, but yeah, there's been a lot going on, and I don't necessarily share everything on here, but like basically we got the keys, as you've seen in the January video. We've got the keys in November, and it did take like 2 weeks to move everything across, just that weekend to get all the big stuff. But then we still it was amazing how many trips we ended up doing. I think we ended up moving in, or like had our first night here, I think it was Sunday, this is it 7th of December, whatever that Sunday was, that like first Sunday in December. We then cleaned the flat that we were moving out of and didn't really get settled here. Harry had his injury on his arm, so he couldn't do as much, so I was doing a lot more than I would have done. And actually, had we known how serious Harry's injury was, because you'll discover that in this, he wouldn't have done anywhere near as much. But like at the time, the thinking was, all the specialists were saying like, yeah, it'll probably just, you know, rest it as much as you can and it'll be better after Christmas, like in the new year. And yeah, that didn't happen. He had an issue, so we managed to move in. We managed to get this room sorted before Christmas so we could start unpacking our clothes. So Harry's side and my side, which was fantastic. But then my dad had total bypass surgery and it was the Christmas break anyway, so we actually went home to help look after my dad and the dogs and like the house when in those first 2 weeks of recovery. Obviously still a fair way to go, or as I'm talking now, it's a 12-week total recovery, and I think we're over halfway now. But it just so we could help out in that first instance. When we came back, we jumped straight in to the decorating and the getting sorted. But we came back again. It was a Sunday. Actually technically it was a Saturday, but like the Sunday we were back. Harry had an MRI at the hospital, and he then went back to work on the Monday. They were like, you're still not fit, clearly, you need to go get another sick note. So he went back to the hospital. They managed to pull his MRI results up early, and yeah, 7 days later from that point, he had surgery for a ruptured ligament. So he's had a ligament transplant. You're going to see that in the thing. So I've been doing a lot of it on my own. A lot of it, he's kind of insisted on being around because he wants to feel involved, bless him. And I understand it. He doesn't want to feel useless, but he needs to rest his arm, and he did. I did most of the work. Sometimes he was just a second pair of eyes, or handed me stuff when I was on the floor or whatever, screwing things together or whatever the need was. It wasn't heavy lifting or anything strenuous like that. Yeah, it's been a weird start, but we're finally in a bed. That's the end point of this. I love a dark bedroom and I love Art Nouveau. We know this, we know I love liberties. So yeah, this is my dark Nouveau library themed bedroom, and I'm just really fortunate that I've got a husband who lets me do what I want. But yeah, so much better sleep now that we're in our actual bedroom. But yeah, the beginning of the clips, they're a bit disjointed. Like I said, didn't plan this one. Sorry. One of these. No. Got a big extractor fan there.
So she's leaving me here, abandoning me, because we did not measure properly.
Well, I meant it fits.
It did fit.
It fits. So I got him back.
Hi.
So it had to be me driving, if anyone's wondering why I was the one who went back with the wood, as opposed to Harry. Harry has an injured wrist at the moment, so this is very much my project and me building it, which is fine because I'm a big, strong, independent girl. He doesn't need no man. I just want him around.
Since when?
I just want you around.
Oh, okay.
That's better.
Yeah, I shouldn't doubt that. I should have interjected.
Wanting is better than needing.
Want a coffee.
This is really bad quality because of the lighting, so enjoy this pixelated clip. Welcome to the lair. We are not, I promise you, doing this room yet. It's just, this is going to be my workstation for tonight. I didn't realise quite, Harry did say it was very packed and messy. I didn't realise quite how bad it was. So somehow I'm working on those bully bookcases that are in the middle of the room. We will work it out. Probably the most stupid place I've put my phone. Yeah, I've got like a contraption to hold a basket or panniers on the back of my bike, and that is where you are. You are trapped in that contraption. So what I'm doing is getting out pieces, marking the ones that we're going to paint because we don't want boring white. We're going to colour drench the room, so everything's going to be that beautiful dark purple that I love so much, and I don't care if you don't like it. And the backs, because IKEA furniture is notorious at, should I squat? That's better. At like reducing the amount of material they put in things. They have brilliant recycling schemes. I actually really like IKEA as a company. We're going to wallpaper the back in this William Morris print. The theme is Art Nouveau, Liberty, William Morris, that sort of thing. So, in dark purple. Yeah, I'm going to go through and start wallpapering. I haven't done this in absolute years. In fact, I'm not sure I can fully remember doing it. But I do know how. Right, we're all sanded in here, the walls and all of the IKEA furniture. It's just a scuff sanding to get the finish off, but that should be enough. We just need to wipe off all the dust with some sugar soap, let it dry, and then primer, and we can actually start painting this. Everything's been wiped down now, so there's no dust on them. I'm just gonna let them dry, probably have dinner. I need to go to the shop at some point, and then I'm gonna change into some painting clothes because I'm just in something warm and comfy at the moment, to get the first layer of primer on, probably one layer of primer. It's just a lot of these have to be done both sides, so not quite sure the best way of doing that yet, but we will see. We're going to use our chest of drawers as a painting bench, or I'm going to use our chest of drawers as a painting bench, and yeah, then we'll do the chest of drawers last. But yeah, we're going to do hopefully primer tonight so we can get colour on it tomorrow. Getting rid of the grey and the silver. We're not grey silver people, we're more like deep jewel tones in gold kind of people. Everything is primed with the shellac based primer. We've still got about half of that tin left, so if we do decide that actually we want to paint more furniture, we have more primer. But watching someone paint is boring, so in 3, 2, 1 it'll be purple. Okay, so the furniture is basically painted. My hair is a mess. I've just chucked it up. We've had a few casualties, which we expected, which is why we didn't varnish it before assembly. We expected there was going to be some damage. I mean, you can actually see one very clearly. Bit of wallpaper, that's probably the worst bit. But bear in mind, I've got leftover. I'm going to try and patch it. But you're also going to have books. So this is just a tiny peekaboo in between the books and the shelves. There's the chest of drawers. Obviously, we haven't put the gold hardware on yet because we want to varnish it before putting on the hardware. But yeah, we've got a few places to touch up, not a load. And we're also I've got a piece down the stairs, a bit of MDF that I've cut out. I based it off what I've marked on the floor. Now the floor is correct, great. By the way, the hole in there is so we can access the plug that's down there. We're gonna run extension leads out here so we can actually access it. The floors in here are not even. So I am hoping, you can see quite a gap there. I'm hoping that once we've cut out the MDF and had that painted and that's going on top, screwing it into here, these will be held at the top. I'm going to create a couple of wedges to try and keep it held together, maybe about a third of the way up. Yeah, and then they will be attached to the wall. So the brackets that come with the billies to attach them to the wall, we're then going to attach that to the MDF, we're going to get longer screws because they come with like little tiny screws, but longer screws to screw into the wood and catch the billy, and then attach that to the wall. And the plank of wood is actually going to go all the way across to here. I have some brackets, floating brackets to support the weight of that in the middle. But yeah, we're going to end up with a little built-in moment, and we will get trim once we know the exact length of that. All the shelves are still hanging out down there. Really happy with the way this is looking so far. Next step is to do the walls, which I'm fed up of looking at that. So yeah, I'm going to tidy up in here a bit. We've actually completely given up on the floor, by the way. The floor has got paint on it. It's got paint from previous people when they've painted it. Like I said, it's wonky. It's not great. Not much of it's going to be seen, if I'm honest. But yeah, gave up on that. Gonna wash the walls, and then colour drench in here. Still haven't decided what we're doing with the light. Actually, I have seen what I like, but we need to get that down in daylight and see what we're actually working with. Contrary to like what's normal, we're actually going to do, just notice cobwebs, so whilst I wash the walls, I'm going to get a feather duster. Contrary to what's normal, usually you'd paint the ceiling first. But I have a suspicion we're going to need some more paint. And if that's the case, I might go a shade lighter on the ceiling, and we'll just have to cover everything. We'll be really careful. I know it's backwards, I know. I've not touched base today, and I should have done. Hair is up because I'm painting. I already cut in the whole room, just had lunch, and now I'm rollering, and we're just about to go onto the second tin of paint. I think should be enough. I don't know if it's enough for the ceiling, that's the debate still. But yeah, getting all the colour on the wall. Okay, first coat on. It's a trust the process moment, because the temptation to overload your roller and cover all the white bits, don't do that. Trust the process. I'm not painting right behind though, because we're actually attaching the bookcases to the walls. That bit's covered because the bottom of that one has a hole in it, so we can access the outlet. The outlet, that's American. The plug, if you're British. I lived in New York for 2 years, and as with a lot of people, had a lot of exposure to American media growing up, and my godparents are American, so I do say a lot of Americanism sometimes. But yes, it's going to be nice and cosy and dark in here. Still debating on the ceiling. We have started the second tin. The first tin has a tiny bit left, but nothing's pouring out, so I'll be able to touch up using that. The woodwork definitely needs 2 more coats. I'm hoping the wall will actually get away with 1. I'm gonna have a 2-hour break, go to the shop. It's Sunday, so it closes in 2 hours, so gotta go. It is Monday. I am back in my purple box. It's dried quite nicely. I'm actually gonna pause with this purple for a little while because we haven't got much left, about between a third and a half of the tin, and I still have a little bit of wood to paint, including touching up the furniture. So we have actually decided to go for a shade lighter. I don't know if you can even tell there. I'll show you at the end. I mean, it's here. A shade lighter purple for the ceiling, just so it doesn't feel so claustrophobic, maybe. I don't know if this still counts as colour drenching because we are doing a shade lighter. The shade lighter also matches the lighter purple in the bookcases and the curtains, because we got the perfect tone curtains. It was just the shade lighter. So I feel like this is going to make it all make sense. I'm just going to go around and cut in tonight. Harry had surgery today. So yeah, carrying on with the solo decorating. I've just realised I'm about to keep the paint pot. I want it on the record. He's voluntarily here.
I haven't painted any Warhammer in like 2 months, so...
So our bedrooms, and he had the surgery yesterday. He decided to go for a purple sling to match with the...
So I can hide in the room.
To hide in the room. I didn't coerce him. He is voluntarily here.
I am here of my own free will.
Back here again. I'm not very well. It's just a cold, I think, but yeah, it's coming out today. I think I finished painting the ceiling, at least I'm calling it there. So I'm out of breath, I just walked up the stairs. I think our next job is we're gonna move furniture in its place. Some things do need touching up, that's just a fact, but we didn't want to do it until we're not touching up, behind things. So, I'm really tired. Okay. Let's see if this light is working. Yay! Yeah, and I think the lamp shade comes down to about there, which I think is perfect.
Do you want to try it on now?
Not really, this won't fit.
No. Yeah, because we're not really walking around this bit, are we?
No, the bed's underneath it. I just realised how off-centre it is though. Well, I mean, it is actually centre of the room, it's just off-centre from our bed.
I have an idea.
I'm liking the lighter roof as well. That shade lighter really kind of...
Yeah, it ties it all in, doesn't it?
It looks a lot more different on camera.
It looks really nice on camera.
This is going to be our new headboard. When I say new, the old one is like an integral part of the structure of the bed. So that's going on still. That's what was in the previous clip. And then I sat the foam on top because the idea is we're going to attach the foam to this, and then this is going to go onto the wall. I've ordered some brackets to hang it up on the wall. This is going to be the top, that's going to be the bottom. I've painted the edges ever so slightly, just if you see it on the side. You shouldn't really see it, but like a sliver of purple will be a lot less obvious than a sliver of MDF. I measured that headboard, I measured it to 153. It's actually 153 and a half. I got this cut to 153, it's actually 152 and a half. So there is a centimetre difference. That's what it is. So I'm still going to cut this to 153. It's going to ever so slightly, 2.5 mil either side overlap, but that is fine. I was going to say something else before I started saying that. This is the fabric, and this is kind of actually what inspired the whole thing. Harry and I like to snuggle down and we like to watch TV, so I really wanted a headboard that I could sit up in bed and be comfortable and watch TV, but also Harry reads to me, we read in our room. That's why we decided to put all the books in our bedroom, because that's probably the number one place we are going to read. And I looked around, they are so expensive, and the reality is I reupholstered the sofa that's downstairs, and headboards are just, well, they can get a lot more complicated than fancy ones, but we're just doing a rectangle. I was like, okay, well, I can do that myself, no problem. We were talking about colours and stuff, and I really wanted a dark bedroom. I like bedrooms that are nice and cosy, you know, when the light comes through the window, it doesn't wake you up kind of thing. And I think for a long time we were thinking dark green, but the thing is we've got dark green velvet, so I also absolutely love velvet. I've got dark green velvet dining chairs, and our sofa is navy blue velvet, but on the back we've got a printed velvet which is black with tropical birds on it that has blues, pinks, greens in there, and that was mostly because when in our flat it was a room divider, and actually here it's a room divider, so it's a point of interest when you come in the room, and not just like the back of a sofa. I wanted it to look nice. And I also have light blue velvet bar stools, which we don't actually know what we're doing with quite yet. But yeah, basically we have a lot of velvet, and so I was like, dark blue, dark green, I'm a bit bored with those colours. I'm just gonna have a look, see what there is and see what we find, but I'm thinking dark red, like a winey, maybe even with splashes of pink in. That was kind of originally my thinking, but I couldn't find any upholstery velvet that I liked in those colours. And then I saw this, I think it's called Dragonfly, the colour. Dark purple, Liberty velvet. Now, this does cost a pretty penny, but this was in clearance, so I did get it half price. It is still expensive for upholstery velvet, but that was it. I was sold. I love the colour. I love purple. I'm wearing purple glasses. I love purple. And so I was like, can we get this? Because technically we're saving a lot of money. We're not buying a lot of new furniture. We're using the bed that we've always had. That's what I was saying. The bed that we actually have, when we moved out originally from my parents' home, we were both living at my parents'. Before it was our bed, it was my sister's bed, and yeah, it was a double, but it's a platform bed, so the edges overhang like a normal double side. So we put a king size mattress on, and that's how we had it in the flat. We had a king size mattress on this double bed frame, and it works perfectly fine. That piece of foam is for a king size bed frame. That would actually be 157. This is what I'm saying, 157. Our headboard is 153, so I need to cut 4 centimeters off. I will measure it and actually check before I just cut it off. But yeah, this is the fabric. You can see that it's not as wide as I need it to be. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to add a panel on either side because I want it centered, and I'm going to pattern match. Now, originally in my head, I wanted a much higher headboard, and reality has just kicked in since I bought this. I bought this so long ago that I've got 3 meters of it. I'm not going to use all 3 meters of it. Then I was like, oh, whatever's left over, I can add maybe a panel to the curtains. And I may still do that, but the material that we've chosen for the curtains isn't quite right to add velvet to. And also, like, the room is very dark. The curtains are actually one of the lighter purple out of the two. It's still dark purple, but it's the lighter shade. So I don't really want to add more dark to it. I can also make a load of scatter cushions. That is definitely an option. It's not something I'm doing right now. It's something I can do down the road. Or I can make clothes out of it. You're not going to make clothes out of upholstery fabric, but I do. This inspired the entire design of the bedroom. So we've kind of gone down William Morris more than just Art Nouveau, but because this iron is not William Morris, it is Art Nouveau. However, it's a French. I'll look it up. I'll put it on the screen. The artist who came up with this pattern. But I'm not gonna. I need scissors. I don't know why I keep trying to do this without scissors. Right, this is 159. It's 153 and a half. 5.5. 2 inches basically. I need to cut 2 inches off. Did I bring my pen up? Yay, I got my pen up. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to switch to time lapse, or maybe even turn you off and bring you back. I don't know. I am going to measure this, trim it down, and then glue it to the headboard. Now, I wanted spray adhesive for some reason. Hobbycraft was completely out of all types of spray adhesive. So I got Copy Decks, because it said it was good for fabrics and crafts and carpets and DIY. Kind of like a contact cement. That's what I'm trying to say. Natural permanent. May cause an allergic skin reaction. Hang on a minute, is this latex? Yep, it says it right on top. It's latex. Guess who's allergic to latex? I've got gloves. And I'll probably open a window because the smell of latex actually gets me quite a lot. So, read the packaging. To be honest, latex is a really good adhesive. It's why it's used. It's just I happen to be allergic to it. It's fine. Yeah. Cut, glue. As that's drying, I'm going to cut this, add the panels, staple. Sorry for the camera angle. The irony of watching a Brad Mondo video whilst I'm sewing and discovering I dipped my hair into that glue that I'm allergic to. That doesn't wash out, so let's pretend that didn't happen. I can't get my fingers underneath it. Yeah. Oh, I think it's stuck enough. I didn't tell you I got glue in my hair.
Glue in your ear?
Yeah, I didn't realise until it had dried.
Oh no.
So I had to just cut it out.
And it's the glue that you're allergic to as
Yeah.
well. Oh dear.
Basically, I want to get it centred.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be excess.
Yeah.
I thought I'd cut it off afterwards.
Oh, I like it already.
I think that's enough going down the back, don't you?
Nice. Yeah, I'd say so.
Alright, here is my staple gun. I had it there. Now we check that the staple's in it. Do I want to do the front first? Or do I want to do a line of staples?
Yep. Let's hold it in place.
Usually, you kind of do the 4 corners. So centre,
Yeah.
centre, centre, centre. And then you go back round and add
Yeah.
stuff in. So yeah, all I really need you to do is hold it in place.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I've drawn the centre all the way down. Because you might think you're in the centre, but then when you're actually...
Yeah, there you're not.
Can you not hold it in the centre? Can you just like, yeah, because otherwise it's not hanging correctly. You right? You sure?
I wanted to make out you'd stapled me in the leg. I was actually know how he does.
That'd be silly.
That'd be silly.
Oh, I'm really, really happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Very.
Let me cut off the excess on the sides.
Yeah.
Ow! I stubbed my toe. Ow! Oh, I didn't even move. I'm standing still. Sorry.
You stub your toe?
No, my left knee just gave way.
Oh, nice.
That should be a nice pillow.
That would be a nice pillow.
Where did I put my stapler down?
Ah, I see it.
I'm useless, aren't I?
I'll go get some more. Reload!
Skizzers.
Oh my god.
Chaos. No! I ran out again.
Catch.
So that'll be it. Then we're done.
Wasn't ready for the fox jump scare. Nice. Ooh, yeah. Hot damn.
I don't know why every now and then it just does two. Scissors.
Well, if you were a witch, you'd be eternally summoning things to your hand.
Accio.
Yeah. But like not realising you're doing it, be like, scissors!
Ow!
Pins.
Ooh! Caught it! How does that happen? The camera cut out, I accidentally kicked the tripod and it stopped it recording. So I have drilled the holes in there. However, I forgot to check on the piece of wood that I'm doing the wedges on, that I marked there. The holes go over, so they're not in the right place. I think I've got two options. I can drill another hole in the wood, knowing that the ones are gonna be hidden. So it's not gonna matter that there's an extra hole, because I don't know if I've got enough wood to cut a different wedge. So I'm gonna go talk to Harry about that and see what he says. Yeah, that was a bit silly of me. Measure twice, cut once. Or measure twice, drill once is kind of the issue here. These are the two angles that we want, and they should be right angle. So I'm now gonna drill some guide holes. You ready?
Yeah.
Just to start out. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
This isn't in at all.
What isn't it?
This.
Oh, you missed.
No, it hasn't mangled the wood, it just pushed it away. But when it's in place and it's got nowhere to go. No, it's wrong way. Let's try that. The issue, I've got the angle wrong. The angle's wrong.
I think you just need to push it flat against that wall.
Then that one won't be flat. Right. Come on, brain. You can do this.
You need to push from here.
Is it all the way back now?
I think so.
Okay, I think that's kind of working, but that is going to be all the way there. I feel like it's come out here.
Yeah.
Have we got this angle wrong on that one?
I think, darling, don't worry too much. That's why we were thinking hinges rather than this. I think.
Yeah, but it's got to get closer, darling, either way.
Just try drilling again if you want. It's how uneven the floor is. You're battling a lot here.
Aye.
I mean, once you get the top on,
And then try and tighten it then.
and then try and tighten it then. But yeah, that angle, I think that angle is different.
But the reality is, it's splaying too far that way.
And then that's pulling away from the wall.
I'm happiest with this side,
Yeah.
so I think I'm going to have to leave it this side as is. I might have to rethink this one.
Yeah. I see. You think you're fixing this one in place, and then redoing the angle on this.
Potentially.
So I'll explain the problem here while Becky's doing her excellent job up there. So we found, and this is partly because the problem is not with Becky's mathematics at all, but more with the unevenness of the floor, that this one's gone in fine, and there is like very minimal gap there. But then there is a big old gap here, and it's actually come out a little bit of its fitting. So we're going to fix that side in, and then we're going to redress this, see if we need to cut a new bit of wood to that angle. I say we. Becky does all the measuring and most of the cutting.
Obviously it's not attached to this side, but this side's well solid.
Yeah. Oh, is it actually attached to the
wall?
It's all
Yeah.
in.
It's attached to the
Hey,
wall.
nice.
I don't think it matters that this side's not attached.
No.
I think by the time we've got the wood on top and then everything else attached,
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Agreed.
So, do we try the corner piece on? I think there's not really anything else I can do, because that is as in as it can be.
The real problem is the floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This wall is so different at the top than it was at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like right off the floor if I try and get that to me.
Could we put a bit of wood underneath it?
Possibly, yeah.
We've got that scrap.
Got lots of scrap to put under there, yeah.
That might be the easiest answer. My issue is, this is all the way back in that corner,
Yeah.
and none of my holes are lining up. We might have to recut this whole front, because this is way too far forward. And that's as far back as it goes.
Can I make a suggestion on what's next?
But
Get this to connect
right,
together.
that's what I was going to say. Can we get that to the right height?
Get that to the right height, and then get these together, get them affixed to the wall, so the main bookcase is in place,
Yeah.
and then we measure and cut and do everything else, because then the structure's in, that's not changing, that's not moving, and then you can cut and drill everything else to place. Yeah?
Wood first, yeah?
No.
What?
Fix the gap first. Get the bookcase in place.
Yeah, wood
Yeah.
first, underneath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go get the scrap.
Right.
Cut the size in a bit.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
So rest it.
No, it's nowhere near enough.
Okay, I'll get the bigger bit. Alright. Okay.
That's better still. But we still need to be more like that. There you go.
Yeah?
Is that it? That's better. That's still
Okay.
that's a lot better. In fact,
Right.
now the gap is even all the way down. I want to try and tighten it whilst it's wedged. Right, that's as tight as that's going.
Mhm.
Okay, I think. Have you got your light there?
Yep.
It looks like it can get nearer. Look, there's a gap now at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry too much about closing the gap, because I think you may be compromising the structural integrity of the whole unit if you
Right.
try to close that gap.
Yeah, my angle's
I'd much
slightly
rather-
off.
Okay.
How much? What's the width of this gap? 5mm. I just need to cut. So I need to measure 5mm from that back, and then
Yeah.
do that, and then that should close the gap.
Great. Okay.
Right. I'm going to stop filming for now. We're going to do some stuff and manipulate this and get this sitting right. You're not watching it because we're going to kill each other if I think we're recording ourselves. I think it's nearing 4 o'clock, hence the lighting is absolutely awful. We cannot do anything by this bulb.
It looks so bright with your camera.
It does. It looks
It's
so
not
much
bright.
brighter. It's actually like so
When I
hard
can
to
just
see
like
things.
stand here and look at it, it's not bright.
Yeah. So we've done what we can today. The unit is on the wall and it's solid. This is attached to the wall in 3 places. Yeah, 3 places. And then this bracket is now screwed in, so the corner one is screwed in. And obviously we've got the 2 wedges down here. So this is nice and solid. It will hold the weight of our books, which is fantastic. This is just sat up here for now, but because we want to take it off and paint that underneath. And then that will go up. And that one is in on 1 hinge. I'm thinking about putting it down on the other side as well, but it's quite...
Once it's secured at the top as well.
Yeah, it might be fine. So this is where we're at today. It's super dark.
See if it makes any difference.
It makes a huge difference on camera, I'm going to say that. So, yeah, we're going to call it there for today, I think. Go buy another light bulb that we can't actually look at with our eyes, so we can actually do stuff in here. Next steps will be painting that and touching up, I think. We might give ourselves a day off tomorrow because we've been doing, or at least I've been working and then coming back and doing this in the evenings. So I'm quite tired now, and I'm still I'm getting over this cold. I think what's driving me is I really want to be in our bed. I want to be in our bedroom in a bed. I think the next thing, we need to vacuum it because we've got sawdust everywhere from drilling holes and stuff. So vacuum, paint, or vacuum, wipe stuff down, touch-ups, which we need the daylight for anyway because we can't see shit right now. Screw the rest of that in at the top, so I've still got to cut a couple of pieces there and also at the end there. Just so it's all on one level, it's not structural. But yeah, then we'll have to add coving on it, paint the coving. Then is that done? Oh, varnish. Then we're varnishing everything, which is, it'll be fine. I'm most worried about like the tops of the shelves because that's obviously
actually coming in now.
Yeah. I mean, we'll give everything a
once over, especially corners where we might come into contact with it.
But yeah, and I've obviously got to fix my little bit of wallpaper. Again, light will help with that. So we're getting there. We're ticking along. The thought that we thought we might do this in 1 week is so laughable now.
Yeah.
Because we're now this is second week. So this is 2 weeks in. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's looking good. I'm happy. You happy?
I'm happy.
You like it?
She's so smart.
And then I'm just going to go now because I say silly things. Bye.
Whoa.
It's very bright, isn't it?
That is very bright. See all of my mistakes. Actually, no, you can't. Ooh. It's all my good
Can I
work.
have the light back, please? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Concentrate on the job at hand. Does this feel like wallpapering for dolls' houses?
A little bit. This is where you said, like PVA. The reason why I don't like the PVA is that is what I used on dolls' houses, and it just doesn't, it bubbles up a lot more.
Right.
It seems that the idea is to be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
I want really good adheration there, so I'm going to put a little bit on that. Okay. Yeah, I've got the smoother here. Let's try and match it up like.
Nice. Nice. Invisible. Happy?
I think so.
Well done.
I think when it dries, you won't be able to see it.
No, I can't see it on the camera right now.
Really?
No, you can't.
So just 'cause
You have to like go like over here.
Which you're not ever going to do.
It's like a
It's like a, what's it called?
hidden door. It's a fairy door. You made a fairy door.
Hi, so we haven't been filming what we've been doing. It's just a lot of footage of staring at dark stuff while we're drilling and stuff. So you can see we've now fitted the lights, we've fitted the headboard. That's just kind of wedged there for now. All the boards, not all the boards, most of the boards have been fitted in. I just got to fill that gap. And then it's the trim, paint the trim, varnish, and then we can actually like build our bed and start moving our stuff in here. So this is probably the last you're going to see it in like a half done state, and I think the next thing's going to be the reveal. So excited, I can't wait. I'm so fed up of sleeping either on a mattress on the floor or on a sofa bed. So looking forward to actually being in our bedroom.
It's done. It just feels nice to have a room that we can sleep in.
I'm actually so comfy.
Finally, I know, actually, this is surprisingly comfy. And it's so dark in here.
It's so good. It's so peaceful. It's at like 9 in the morning on a Sunday, and the alarm goes off, and it's like, oh, it's so dark in here that we didn't get woken up.
Yeah.
And it's lovely.
And when I start my shift and I have to do night shifts and sleep through the day, it's pitch in here.
Yeah,
It's
so
great.
in the process of doing this video, Harry has had an
got a new
interview and got a new job. So
job.
you're going to have 2 night shifts every 8 days, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is going to be really, really helpful and useful. This is like dark and cozy, and he can just shut the world away. Like, you don't need not blindfold, what they call it, eye mask. You don't need an eye mask, you just need like headphones or earplugs or something for the daytime.
It's gonna be grand. And your vision for this worked out so well. Like, the colours are great, the different coloured ceiling,
the clashing
it
William
really
Morris.
blends the curtains in, the William Morris wallpaper, the headboard. Yeah, it all ties in really nicely.
Oh goodness, actually let's show that. So yeah, we've got our headboard that we can set up. There will be a TV on the wall. You would have seen a big blank purple wall. They can't see that, they just heard a big slap, so thanks for that one. There will be a TV on the wall opposite us. Eventually, just need to save a bit more money. But now he's got a job, sooner rather than later. Ultimately, we really, really love the room. Got really good sleep in here now. Got a lot of our little trinkets and us in here, which we're really happy about. And yeah, a place for my doll's house, which is now on display. And having everything purple, because my doll's house is quite neutral. It has got the wisteria up the front, which has a little bit of purple, so I feel like that brings it in.
Yeah, we just noticed that.
You've already just noticed it. Like, I feel like it stands out as opposed to like it gets lost in like a neutral room. Now it's like, oh no, there's my doll's house. And that's a really long-term hobby. That was a the kit was a birthday gift when I was 13. I didn't actually build it until 2012 because my dad had a rule about only one doll's house being built at a time, and he was in the middle of my mum's doll's house.
That's fair.
Yeah, and then that got put on pause because they did some work on their actual house. So that got put on pause, and the doors weren't hung on it, and time had moved on. So yeah, in 2012 I actually finished building mum's doll's house and then built my doll's house. Yeah, so that's another dying hobby, unfortunately. There used to be some fantastic doll's house exhibitions and stuff. There still are. Kensington is still a really good one, but there used to be a really good one at Ali Pali. A lot of hobbies do suffer in these times where cost of living is obviously a lot more, and understandably so. The things that disappear first are the non-necessities, but I will say that these little whimsical hobbies, they're the things that bring joy in life. We are maximalists, we are collectors through and through, and now we have a place for our collections. Hobbying will always be part of our lives.
It's our escape.
It is our escape from the horrors of the world.
For there are many.
For there are many.
Life is full of terrors.
And I will always be trying to find more sustainable and affordable ways of hobbying, because life does have
Life do have a way sometimes, you know. Life do have a way.
Life does have its ups and downs, and there's sometimes where we can invest in our hobbies and do these amazing things, and other times we have to reel it in, or like, you know, looking at trying to be greener, trying to be more planet conscious. Let's find ways we can keep our hobbies going now, and sewing is one of them. Make, Din and Mend is on its way up, and I feel like that is kind of a theme in my sewing room, which will be the next room on our transformation renovation
tonight,
list.
She's got me breaking down a wardrobe. I say she's got me doing it. You're going to be doing it as well.
Yeah, I think for that room I've bought a tabletop, but other than that, everything else is furniture that was gifted or we've already had and we're repurposing. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe and hit that bell for our notifications for our next project. Come again and hobby along with me. Bye. This is going to be... I've got it stuck. Is it still recording?
Yeah, let me just actually get a decent angle. Oh yeah, there's a decent angle.
Boy, if it's my butt, stop it.
Oh, damn it.
Then it's nice and... Oh, and you drop the phone. It makes it so hard to edit. Stop it.